I'm live from my bed. I'm so tired. Did you guys know that Benedict Cumberbatch's family owned slaves? Did you guys know that Emma Stone's father has hundreds of millions of dollars? And that Chloe Zhao's father is a billionaire Chinese industrialist? I've been thinking about this shit all day long. I've been thinking about this shit all day long. I've been thinking about this shit since yesterday, and it made me so tired, and it just made me feel so exhausted that I was just like, fuck all these rich motherfuckers. Like, I'm not gonna stay on. I was literally reading all day about all these rich people. And I was just like, rich people shouldn't be allowed to make art. And then I was tagged in this thing on Instagram that was like, anybody that's rich should have to disclose that they're rich. So the backstory to this was we were talking on Discord about people that are secretly fucking rich, right? And then I posted this list, 15 people, 15 celebrities that you didn't know were already rich. And some of them I already knew, but some of them I did not know. And they had Benedict Cumberbatch on that list, who I did know was a fucking slave master. But I did not know until today that his family was like the 1% of the 1%. That's literally what it said in the article. His family was the 1% of the 1%, right? Like, you shouldn't be allowed to make movies. Or if you make movies, it should be for free. Like, why is Benedict Cumberbatch getting paid millions of dollars to make movies when he comes from a family of plantation owners? Who is Benedict Cumberbatch? Fucking Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. That's the name of the movie, right? Fucking Doctor Strange. Fucking Khan. They really try to make him Khan in Star Trek. Fucking Sherlock Holmes. And isn't Watson fucking Bilbo Baggins? Agent Ross? Like, why do you also get paid? Why do you get paid millions of dollars to make movies when your family is the 1% of the 1% from owning slaves, from owning plantations? So, Emma Stone, okay, aside from the other conversation, what also triggered this was I seen the fucking trailer for Cruella. And I was like, man, and now I didn't know that Emma Stone was number 2 on this list of like rich ass fucking celebrities. I didn't know this. Emma Stone, her father is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He's like the owner of some fucking company or some shit, or executive. Yes, Emma Stone grew up rich. Her father is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Her father bankrolled. Her mother moved with her to Los Angeles so she could become an actor. And her father stayed behind in Arizona and bankrolled them and paid for them to stay in LA and for her to fucking try to get roles in movies because he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. This man is not worth, her father's not worth $5 million. He's not worth $10 million. He's not worth $20 million. He's not worth $30 million. No. Emma Stone's father is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions of dollars. $100 million! No, I'm not going to watch this bitch play Cruella. No. I'm not watching any more already rich motherfuckers. I'm not looking at their art. I'm not nothing. The further backstory to this was Chloe Zhao, who just won Best Director and Best Picture for Nomadland. Did y'all know Chloe Zhao's father is a billionaire? Billionaire with a B. Chloe Zhao's father is a billionaire. He's a Chinese industrialist. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. And her stepmother is a famous Chinese actress. Why are you making poverty porn movies like Nomadland? Like, oh, you really just want to see how the other half lives, huh, rich bitch? You really want to see how the fucking... Is that not sick? Is that not gross? Is that not disgusting? And you made a movie about unhoused people and poor people working at Amazon while your father is a billionaire. A Chinese industrialist? Is that not poverty pornography? Is that not poverty pornography? I didn't even like Nomadland. And I watched the movie before I knew she was a rich bitch. I watched the movie before I knew Chloe Zhao was a rich bitch. And I thought the movie was weird. Because I was like, why is our access point for nomads and unhoused people? Why is our access point Frances McDormand? Why is our access point a rich white woman, a recognizable Hollywood actress? You have this rich bitch playing pretend nomad around real nomads and real poor people in fucking Amazon warehouses. You have this rich bitch. Frances McDormand is the center of the film. She is our access point to the real unhoused people and the real nomads. And everybody's patting themselves on the back that she put real nomads in the movie as basically window dressing for the rich white bitch in the center of the movie, which is fucking weird. It's like, let's take a poor safari through unhoused people living in their fucking vans and shit, but we're not going to get too close. We're not going to have an actual real nomad unhoused person be the main character. We're going to have Frances McDormand be the main character because the whiteness always has to be the access point to everything. Motherfucking poverty safari, Kieran. I thought Nomadland was really weird, which I said as soon as I saw it. I said, this shit is hella fucking weird. And then I found out Chloe Zhao's father is a Chinese industrialist and a billionaire. Every single talk I've seen this bitch give, every single fucking article I've read about this bitch, Chloe Zhao, making art, and how she's a part of a marginalized group because she's Asian. Her father's a billionaire. Hi, everyone. I know I didn't say hello to everyone, and I know I'm not reading y'all comments. Sorry. And then I was down the rabbit hole of learning about these rich motherfuckers all day long. I had to retire to my bed because y'all know how I feel about capitalism. I was just like, bro. I didn't know Emma Stone's father was a 100 millionaire. It really does. It leaves you fucking speechless. Like, Benedict Cumber fucking dick lizard man whose family was the 1% of the 1%. Right, she's marginalized within the billionaire community. I'm so sad for her. I was like, this bitch is a crazy rich Asian! And had the nerve to make a movie about unhoused people, but still had the nerve to put a rich white bitch in the center of the movie as the access point. Playing pretend nomad around real nomads. Rich people are disgusting. Art imitates life. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's what I thought. I've never seen 12 Years a Slave. So when I heard that Benedict Cumberbatch was playing a slave owner in that shit, I was like, oh, so he's just playing himself. Oh, okay. He's playing his motherfucking great-great-grandpa or some shit. I'm very late. I know I'm very late. I was so tired today. I was really tired today because I was just like, bro, I'm not watching no more art from no rich people. I'm not watching any more art from any rich people. I'm not reading I'm not reading any more writing from any more rich people. I'm not reading any more books from any more rich people. I'm not watching any more movies from any more fucking rich people. I'm not watching no gallery shows from no motherfucking rich people. Cause then I was really looking up the fucking stats. Any of you guys that follow me on Instagram saw I've been posting about this shit for about 2 days. Any of you that follow me on Instagram saw. Cause then I was looking at the stats, and the stats, it was something like for every $10,000 that your family earns, your chances of becoming an artist or getting involved in the arts or the humanities goes up by like 10% or something like that. So for like it's like quantifiable. It's like literally quantifiable that like for every 10K more that your family earns, your chances of like getting into the, because like people don't make money in the arts, so like you have to be bankrolled. Like, and haven't we talked about Emma Stone before on this channel, where we've talked about how like Emma Stone did like a few movies like here and there, and then like all of a sudden she like turned up in La La Land, and you think, right, like you wonder like how is it that Emma Stone, who only did a handful of movies, and then she just like turned up in fucking La La Land, and now she's like this A-list actress, like how did this motherfucking bitch survive only doing one movie every 5 years? Oh, bitch, your daddy in Arizona has $100 million, and he's paying for you and your mother to live out in fucking Hollywood. It's a lot. And then you know, and then you come to find out that the more money you have, literally it's quantifiable. The more money you have, the percentage goes up. And this is also even applicable to a lot of Black artists as well, because like class and race intersect in weird ways. Even though only 20% of professional career artists are quote unquote non-white, out of that 20% of non-white artists, the vast majority of those artists are still from wealthy families. Like Spike Lee is from a rich and well-connected family. Like his mother, I can't remember what his mother is right now, but like his father was like a composer. Or, you know, I think his mom was like a college professor. His mom was like a college professor that taught like black literature and like the arts. And his father was like a jazz musician and a composer. And his father helped him get into film. And his father composed the film scores for his early movies. And this is why Spike Lee has a problem with class and respectability politics, which we've talked about. John Singleton, who may he rest in peace, who I love, who I adored. John Singleton's mother was like a high-powered pharmaceutical executive. And like his father was also somebody. And so then we're talking about it on Instagram, and somebody DM'd me and they said, yeah, you know, Kadeem Hardison's mother is a model. I said, Hardison. I said, his mother was Beth Ann Hardison? They said, yeah, his mom is Beth Ann Hardison. I said, now it all motherfucking makes sense. Like, bro, rich people really run everything. Rich people really run everything. Capitalism is crazy. And I never say that word. The dots are connecting. The dots are connecting. Hi, Kyrie. Meryl Streep. Her mother and father, her mother was like a famous artist, and her father was like a pharmaceutical executive. Like, oh, like motherfuckers is really, and it's not just new. Like, it's not just new. Like, it's not new. Like, it's not even just recent. Like, if you dig, even like the so-called, like I said, like the so-called great artists, you know, that we all grew up knowing their names and shit. You look into their backgrounds, like, are these motherfuckers is really buying? They're buying opportunities. They're buying opportunities. Right? No wonder they can afford these Oscars. Like, motherfuckers is really buying Oscars. Like, no wonder Emma Stone got an Oscar before Amy Adams, because the bitch is paid. Like, her father probably bought that shit. Now it all makes sense how the bitch got an Oscar. Now it all makes sense. Kate and Rooney Mara, who y'all have heard me rant about. These bitches is rich. They're billionaires. Their family owns the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why are you bitches acting for money? You should be in movies for free. You shouldn't get paid anything. Why are you in movies for money? Two NFL teams, Kayla. 2 NFL teams. Their family owns the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they also own the Yonkers Raceway. Their family also owns the Yonkers Raceway. They have so much. They're billionaires. They're billionaires. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, they are billionaires. Like, they have old East Coast NFL money. Like, there are billionaires. I seen somebody said Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek, who loves to pretend like she's some poor Mexican. She grew up in an oil family, rich, with pet tigers. And then she married a billionaire. Her husband owns every luxury brand you've ever heard of. But then she wants to get up and sit on a panel and talk over Jessica Williams about race and being marginalized. And as a Mexican woman, bitch, you're a billionaire. What are you talking about? As a poor Mexican, you were never poor. You were never poor. You come from a Mexican oil family. You grew up with oil money, with pet tigers. And her husband, Francois Picault, his family they own Moet, they own Hennessy, they own Keurig, they own Louis Vuitton, they own Yves Saint Laurent. Her husband's family owns every luxury brand you've ever heard of. They own it. Her husband's family are billionaires that own every French luxury brand, every European luxury brand you've ever heard of. Her husband's family owns it. And she's also worth billions on her own because she came from an oil family, Salma Hayek. So she was already rich. Right, Richie. She married old money for fun. Right. Richie, the bitch was already rich. Oh, thank you. LeBasfa, I needed a super chat. Thank you. Salma Hayek was already rich. She was already oil money rich. She married a billionaire for fun, for shits and giggles, for entertainment. Like, just because she felt like it. But then they will have this bitch come sit on a panel and talk about what it's like to be a poor Mexican woman. Like, it's disgusting. It's so sick. It's so sick. It's fucking sick. It's fucking weird, bro. It's getting weird. It's getting weird out here in these streets. Hi, Racy Crandom girl. I'm glad you're home resting, Kyrie. I know I'm not reading you guys' comments. Let me like scroll up and skim through some comments. Wealth on top of wealth. Hi, everybody. I see everybody. It reminds me of a Reddit post where this woman found out her boyfriend was rich. He never paid for anything as he watched her struggle. He said it was because he didn't want her to use him for his money. Oh, God. I'm dead. No wonder Benedict Cumberbatch plays wealthy, high society characters so well. He's not acting. No, he's not acting. But then he has the nerve to get offended when people call his ass rich. What? He can go on permanent vacation for the rest of his life. All these people, where's their humanitarian work? Emma Stone as Cruella is disrespectful. She's an industry kid. I knew she embodied the help role a little too well. I have no idea why I'm surprised by this, but I kind of am. I did not know that about Emma Stone, but it figures. They keep silent. The one in that article I didn't get is Tom Hardy. It didn't sound like generational wealth. It wasn't generational wealth, but his family is rich. His family are millionaires. It said his mom was like an artist, Anne Hardy, like a famous wealthy artist. And his father was like a Mad Men. It said Mad Men style. I've never seen Mad Men. But it said his father was like a Mad Men style advertising executive. Like they're rich. Like they're rich. They're well off. Like... they're not Benedict Cumberbatch, multiple generations of slave owners, generational wealthy, but they're wealthy. Like, they're rich as fuck. Like, the point is that if you're rich as fuck, like, why are you fucking acting for money in movies? You're rich. You're already rich. You're already fucking rich. And, like, his mother is, like, a famous rich artist. Yeah, like, the Mad Men folks had money. And they used that as, like, a descriptor for his father. Like, these motherfuckers are rich. Get the fuck out of here. It was like a list of celebrities that you didn't know were... it was a list of celebrities that you didn't know were wealthy. It wasn't a list of celebrities that you didn't know had, like, you know... everybody on there is not going to be the Maras, but everybody on there was fucking rich, and I didn't know all them motherfuckers were rich. I really didn't know that Chloe Zhao was a billionaire making fucking poverty porn about poor people. Like, now I got a bone to pick with you. Somebody said something about Black-owned greeting cards. Please go look at the Black-owned gift guides on all 6 of the... maybe not the first one. 5 of the Black-owned gift guides have a greeting cards, stationery, and, you know, all that stuff. If you ever have a question about, like, certain type of things in particular, you should probably look at the Black-owned gift guides first, because they're separated into categories. Hollywood be scamming is very perverse. Right, exactly. And Queen said, but we know the second Jay-Z became a billionaire while these generational 1%ers amass it on repeat. Queen, and that was also something I thought about. I was like, you know, but every time we talk about billionaires, every time motherfuckers want to talk about billionaires, even though I don't think anyone should be a billionaire, not even Jay-Z and Beyonce. But anytime we start talking about billionaires, motherfuckers bring up Jay-Z and Beyonce. Anytime we start talking about capitalists and artists and entertainers, motherfuckers bring up Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce did not start out with $1 billion. Jay-Z and Beyonce did not start out with millions of dollars. Like, you actually do have some artists that did become self-made millionaires and or billionaires, and we could talk about that. But how did Jay-Z and Beyonce become the fucking face of fucking billionaire entertainers instead of the Maras, Kate and Rooney Mara, who are billionaires, instead of Chloe Zhao, who's a fucking billionaire, which they don't fucking talk about? Instead of fucking Benedict fucking Cumberbatch, who comes from a family of fucking plantation owners, which they don't want to talk about. But they want to talk about fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce. It smells like anti-blackness in here. It smells like anti-blackness in here. And especially anti-black American sentiment specifically. Hey, Tim. The motherfucking math ain't mathin'. I thought that exact same thing. I was like, how am I going down a whole list of motherfuckers that were already millionaires before they fucking got into entertainment? Emma Stone, Meryl Streep, Tom Hardy, Anne Hathaway. Yeah, when we start talking about people that are fucking rich, y'all don't want to talk about Jay-Z and fucking Beyonce. Thank you, Cece. Well, Gwyneth Paltrow was on the list too, Cece. Gwyneth Paltrow ass was on the list. Gwyneth Paltrow is the same way. A rich white woman whose family let them into the industry with no real talent. I'm going to put the list in the community tab so y'all can look at this list. Because Gwyneth Paltrow was on there too. Basically, that bitch is Hollywood royalty. The daughter of Blythe Danner and some other Paltrow, director, producer. And their whole family is a bunch of rich weirdos. Because her cousin, which I posted on Instagram, her cousin, Rebecca Paltrow Newman, is married to Adam Newman, the psychopath behind WeWork, that fucking ruined people's lives. They made billions of dollars ruining people's lives with WeWork, and then they took that money and ran. She was on the list too. She was on the list too. She was on the list too. But fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce are the face of Hollywood billionaires. Not Kate and Rooney Mara, whose family owns the New York Giants, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Yonkers Raceway. Smells like anti-blackness in here, bro. You know what they say, it's not my fault I'm rich. They've been trying to make Emma Stone a thing for years and I never got it. It makes sense now. Her daddy is definitely paying somebody. Her daddy's definitely paying somebody. Half of these K-pop stars also have millionaire and billionaire parents. Apparently the motherfucking crazy rich Asians is a real thing. Hey, Daya. He was a sympathetic massa at that. Benedict Cumberbatch said out loud in real life that he wanted to play a good slave master as a way to apologize for the fact that in real life his family owned slaves. He said he wanted to play a good slave master in a movie as a kind of apology. So taking millions of dollars to play a good slave master in a movie is how you atone for your family becoming the top 1% of the 1% by running plantations for hundreds of years. This is what he said out his own. This is what he said. This is what he said. This is what he said. Because I posted the shit on Instagram. And he also said, I mean, it's not like it's Nazi money or anything. Like, I don't think that I should like personally have to be responsible. Because it's not like it's Nazi money. Motherfucker, it's slave money. And I knew I never liked fucking Benedict fucking Cumberbatch. Y'all know. I never liked Cumberdick. I never saw it for that lizard man. Y'all know. Y'all have heard me talk about him before on live streams. I never liked his ass. My spidey sense was like, that's a plantation massa. Don't watch his movies. Don't watch Sherlock. Don't support him. He's a plantation. He's a plantation. He has an evil aura. I never saw it for that dude. I've never seen Doctor Strange. I've never watched Sherlock. I've never seen the only thing I've seen this motherfucker in is playing Khan in Star Trek. And I did not want him to play Khan, and he was trash. He always rubbed me the wrong way. And then come to find out, oh, you a whole slave owner. That's why I never liked your bitch ass face. Cause my spidey sense said that's a plantation cracker. He doesn't need your money. You know how bad I would have felt if I ever paid money to see any of this nigga's fucking, I'm sorry, he's not a nigga, any of this cracker's fucking movies. I would have been hot, furious. I said Cumber Dick with a D. Lizard man, Cumber Dick, slave owner. Massa. Doctor Strange Massa. He got on my list. Now I have an actual reason to hate you. I knew I didn't like you. Is that why Spike Lee's movies been lacking lately? Some people could purchase their dreams. Yes, Kadim's mom is Beth Ann. And Emma Stone was in one of the most backlash movies, the movie with all the white people in Hawaii where they whitewashed the cast to death. Yeah, she was playing an Asian, and she got out of that unscathed, didn't she? Well, her rich ass. Kadeem could not act on A Different World. He was definitely on there because of his mom. And they be peddling these struggling artist backstories. It's sick. I saw somebody said, where did the stereotype of the starving artist even come from? Because these motherfuckers is rich. Hi, Star Dagger. Oh, Nova. I wonder where the phrase starving artist even came from. Finding an artist you love and then finding out that they went to a charter school in NYC and then Parsons to have rich parents is so disappointing. Salma Hayek really gets me heated because I remember that article that came out. Oh, yeah. Hi, Brooke. About how 3 6 Mafia was treated at the Oscars the year they won. And they said that Salma came up to them lecturing them about their gold chains and how their brothers and sisters in Africa were suffering. Girl, bye. Bitch! Number one, your family is a oil money family. You got the nerve to be lecturing people when your fucking family is raping right now for oil, and you grew up rich as fuck with pet tigers, and she's a fucking racist. Like, you can't tell me Salma Hayek doesn't have a problem with black people, because she's always trying to lecture black people about some shit. Like, bitch, your husband owns Yves Saint Laurent, even though the Yves isn't there anymore. It's just Saint Laurent. Your husband's family owns every European luxury brand that uses factory labor and slave labor and child labor. And you come from an oil family, but you always want to lecture black people. I hate Salma Hayek. It makes no sense. Hi, Bambusa. Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck are you? Just enjoy movies that you like and respect. Don't idolize people. We're not talking about idolizing people, you dumbass. We're talking about capitalism. Stupid. Don't follow on IG any of the celebrities. I don't follow none of these motherfuckers on Instagram. If I fucking unfollow them on Instagram, does that all of a sudden mean they're not billionaires? Stupid. Block. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, y'all really don't know shit. Is it gonna change the fact that the Maras are billionaires? They own multiple NFL teams and yet they act in movies for money and hide it? No. Does it change the fact that Emma Stone is about to be fucking playing Cruella de Vil? It literally says in the article that her father bankrolled her career. Those are the words they used, bankrolled. Because he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, the fuck? Y'all really think ignorance is bliss? Y'all really think ignorance is bliss? Like, oh, I'm just gonna unfollow all of them so I don't have to think about it. And I don't even follow any of these motherfuckers. I don't even follow celebrities on fucking Instagram. So, like, number one, shut the hell up. Like, y'all really think ignorance is bliss? I'm just gonna unfollow all these people and I'm just gonna pretend that I don't know that their families are fucking millionaires and billionaires off oil money and slave money and NFL teams, which are also fucking slave money. And I'm just going to watch their movies and I'm going to spend my hard-earned money to put more money into these rich-ass motherfuckers' pockets, and I'm just going to be ignorant about it so I don't know, and then that's just going to make it fine. Like, you're really ignorant. Like, y'all really think ignorance is bliss. Not none of y'all, you know what I mean. Like, so stupid. People just say stupid things. Like, y'all really don't even think before you fucking talk. Like, y'all just say dumb shit. Just stupid shit. Oh, somebody else did super chat. Thank you. Ambria, thank you. And I'm an anti-capitalist, so like, the fuck are you talking about? I really would have been furious if I had like paid money to go see Nomadland or something. And then find out that this bitch father is a fucking Chinese billionaire industrialist. I would have been real hot. I already had problems with the movie that only got compounded once I found out, like, you're a rich bitch. Poverty porn. Selma is worth several billion. She married old money for fun. Billionaires. Sheesh. Yes, and that Jessica Williams mess turned me off her too. What Salma Hayek said to 3-6 Mafia and Jessica Williams, she definitely does not like niggas. It wouldn't bother me if they gave away the money they earned to rectify the damage that their parents' greed has caused, but I guess that's not how capitalism works. Drew Barrymore is another one, third generation of Hollywood stars. This conversation is nauseating. Yeah, that's why I went live at fucking 11 o'clock from my bed, because this shit's disgusting. There was a study that showed that rich people don't understand poverty. So if they make slightly less money than the people around them, they believe that they're struggling. Yes, like Benedict fucking Cumberbatch said in an article that he does not believe that his family is upper class. He was like, oh, my family's middle class. He was like, we're not like royalty. Just because you're not literally related to Queen Elizabeth doesn't mean that you're fucking struggling, you dumbass. Idiots. Pandering the poverty story. Poverty cosplay. Free labor. I remember I was so sick reading that Reddit post. I seen that post too. It was something called like, do all filmmakers come from money or something like that. The doc wants you to gain weight, Kyrie. And then I went down this like other rabbit hole of reading. I was reading where they were talking about how the people that fucking give the most to society make the least amount of money. And the people that give the least to society make the most amount of money. I wish I was so rich that I get offended if somebody said it to me. If Benedict is so offended, he could give his family money away to the descendants of the people he enslaved. Hi, Marcy. I haven't been on very long. I've just been on here ranting about rich people. This is a good old-fashioned capitalism rant. Super chat. Thank you, JL. Mad Men folks had money. If you feel away, then give away your wealth then. I've always wanted to watch Mad Men. I just never did. This conversation is me trying to ignore the fact that Jaden and Willow are wealthy and their art is not relatable at all. Meritocracy is a lie, so don't tell me to work hard ever again. I'm tired. Yeah. Gwyneth, yeah, somebody else said Gwyneth Paltrow. Ed Hardy himself admitted to this. He was on some British talk show being interviewed, and he told how he didn't come from a bad family. You mean Tom Hardy? You said Ed Hardy. Brooke. Tom Hardy himself admitted to this. He was on some British talk show being interviewed, and he told how he didn't come from a bad family. He just got into stealing shit and doing drugs. Yeah, he said he came from a wealthy family, and he grew up in the suburbs, and that he got into bad shit because he was bored! God! He literally admitted to this. Wow, Ensures and dairy pills. They trying to fatten you up so they could cook you and eat you, Kyrie. Like a witch. Jay-Z is new money. He didn't come from money at all. Thank you, Black Tea. Missed you. Congratulations. They named the one exception of black billionaires and capitalists making generational wealth. And there's 10. Same with Rihanna. The capitalist conversations are always centered around black entertainers who grew up poor. Yes, it's so weird, Kayla. I mean, it's not weird because y'all know what the problem is. Y'all know what the problem is. The problem is anti-blackness, and this literally demonstrates it. The capitalist conversations will be centered around black entertainers who grew up poor, right? But not somebody like Chloe Zhao, who literally grew up as a billionaire. She literally grew up the daughter of a billionaire, going to like private schools and like all that. Her parents like literally sent her to America with like so much money and power and influence. But they will want to talk about Chloe Zhao the same way that they want to talk about like poor black Americans. Like, we're all POC, like marginalized. Like, no. And then when it comes time to talk about the fucking billionaires and the capitalists, y'all want to talk about the fucking broke motherfuckers that just got some money because they're black. Math ain't mathin'. Bro, it's always weird to me that whenever I talk about wealth, people always bring up rich and famous black people like Jay-Z. It's anti-blackness, period. It makes no sense. I was really shocked and pissed when I found out that Miss Salma Hayek was a whole damn billionaire. People are definitely angry that 2 black Americans became billionaires, especially the one that used to sell drugs. DJ Paul said he was a fan of Salma Hayek's movies until she asked him if he knew his brothers and sisters were dying due to the diamonds he was wearing. He said he was immediately turned off and walked away. Like, bitch, you know who's dying because of your husband's companies? You know who's dying because of your father's oil rigs, bitch? You know your fucking family's killing the fucking environment, bitch? But you got the nerve to walk up to 3-6 Mafia talking about some jewelry they got on? You racist piece of shit, Salma. Bitch, I will never watch Fools Rush In again. This is why No Name's hyperfixation on Beyonce's wealth is weird. Right. Bitch, talk about the Maras. Gwyneth Paltrow is the white witch. They get into entertainment as a hobby while we have to do what we have to do to survive. Chloe tried to claim that her dad isn't a billionaire in a magazine interview, but people in the comments dug up the truth. Of course she fucking lied about it, because she makes poverty porn movies like Nomadland. Chloe Zhao really gives me rich, pampered bitch that wants to see how the other half lives. Poverty porn. That's what her movies are. Gwyneth Paltrow's Golden Globe was definitely bought for Shakespeare in Love. Yes, 1.4 billion, Kai. Yeah, Bruce Paltrow's parents own a steel company. Serena's exposing everyone during this live. It grinds my gears when black people reprimand black millionaires that just got it, but they say zilch about white people that have had millions and billions of dollars for centuries. Most black artists are self-made. You know Gwyneth's Oscar was paid and bought for because that film was a mess. Rooney Mara's real name is Trish. She took her other rich family name and made it her first name for her stage name. Yes, so it was 2 separate families. The Rooneys and the Maras. Rooney was the last name and Mara was the last name. And one family owned the New York Giants and one family owned the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the 2 families married together And so now it's one family that is basically like this American sports dynasty family. And they've kept and the because like their ancestors were the founders of the teams. It's not like they bought the team. They've kept the teams in the family. They've kept the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers in the family. And all the family members like they own the team, the two teams as a family, and all the family members like work in all the different roles and positions, like the CEO of this and the executive of that, and they've owned the teams since the inception. And I want to say the Giants and the Steelers are part of like the original NFL teams. Like these motherfuckers have old, long East Coast money, East Coast money. And then they consolidated it into one family. And like I said, they own the Yonkers Raceway too. And their family is associated with the Tisch family that owns all that NYU shit too. Like these bitches is rich, 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 richy rich, 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 rich. Okay? Like, yes, Jules, like NYU, yes, like their families own NYU shit. Like their families have their family, because it's one family, because they consolidated the two families together, the Rooneys and the Maras. Like they basically own the East Coast. And these bitches got the nerve. And Kate Mara, who y'all know I hate because the bitch can't act. Y'all have heard me rant about Kate Mara before. And bitch, you got the nerve to subject me to your non-acting ass in movies? Go sit. If you don't go sit on some NFL board, bitch, somewhere. Y'all know I hate Kate Mara. You've heard me talk about how I hate Kate Mara. Hi, the boy in blue. Rich! And got the nerve to be in movies! Ah! And let's be real here, Jay-Z's billions is a penny compared to white and non-black people's billions. Salma Hayek married into a stupid rich family. And people still want to talk shit about Willow and Jaden, but they never got smoke for the white legacy kids. At least let's not forget Will and Jada are both from the hood. Their kids just got here. We know where Jaden and Willow come from. These other people hide it. Benedict could at least cut his black family members a check. Yeah, something like the New York City commissioner right now is a black woman. Her name is Stacey Cumberbatch. Somebody asked her, they were like, oh, you have the same last name as Benedict Cumberbatch. Like, do you think you guys could be related? And she was like, yeah, his family owned my family. That's why we have the same last name. And then everybody was like, and nobody knew what to say. And she was like, yeah, slavery. Hi, Phoenix. I went on very late today. You didn't miss anything. There's a lot of emphasis on K-pop stars getting out the mud, having long, hard years in training. Meanwhile, most of these motherfuckers have millionaire parents who own oil mines while they're cosplaying black people. Snake oil salesman. Black T said they're snake oil salesmen. Mothers should tell their children everything that crosses your mind should not cross your lips. Think before you speak. Cumberbatch told on himself and his family. Always trust your spidey sense. Oh, I trust my spidey sense. Absolutely. Slave owner's son, colonizer cousin. Seren's BS meter that her ancestors instilled was going off. Trust your instincts. Anytime I don't trust my instincts, shit always goes left. And anytime I do trust my instincts, it always turns out that it was right. Even if it's not for years. It turns out it always turns out that it's right. Cumberbatch is a very common surname in Barbados because his family, Queen Mother, because Benedict Cumberbatch's family owned plantations all throughout Barbados and the Caribbean, which he has admitted to publicly. That's why it's a very common surname. Like I said, his family was the 1% of the 1%. Slave money. That's why it's a very common name, because they owned a lot of plantations, huge sugar cane plantations, and fucking a lot of them. Like, they are rich. Rich. But he got the nerve, and he has the nerve, the audacity to be playing slave owners in movies. Talking about I want to play a nice slave owner in a movie. Excuse me? I want to play a nice slave owner in a movie as an apology for what my family did. Meanwhile, your family still has millions, if not billions, from the multiple plantations that they owned and ran. Meanwhile, there's all these black people, including the commissioner of New York, that's walking around right now with the last name of Cumberbatch because of you and your family. And they know that it's because of you and your family. And you have all this money, but you don't feel like you should have to pay reparations because, in your own words, it's not like it's Nazi money. Meanwhile, you're making millions of dollars in these Marvel projects playing Doctor Strange and all this shit. Disgusting. And they really try to downplay slavery. Like, I can't believe this man said out his own mouth, it's not like it's Nazi money. It's slave money, bitch. Disgusting. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. And not even ashamed. Like, these are things he said himself out his own mouth. Shameless. Where was I? I'm looking like it's a fucking clock in here. I'm not in my normal fucking room. Doctor said I'm not allowed to go in public. I asked if I could go to the gym. They said no. Because of the germs. Like, because your body can't handle the germs. Kyrie. Like, your immune system. Hi, Kate. People are so disconnected from material conditions. It's like having a Black Lives Matter sign in front of a mansion. You can't hold on to your billions and do social justice work. It doesn't work like that. You have a BS meter like no other. My fucking meter go off. I swear I will look at a motherfucker's face and be like, nah, nope, something about you. You're either a coon or a cracker. You're one or the other. It's like I see the shine on people. Now is a good time to mention Adam Driver, aka Kylo Ren, married a woman whose family also owned slaves. I remember how it was. I remember when the Asian American was accepting an award and Emma kept saying how sorry she was for playing an Asian person. Salma Hayek said that. I remember Salma was on the BS. There was this girl in the indie music scene who would talk about growing up poor in Brooklyn. Someone exposed her for being the heir to Macy's and descendant of someone on the Titanic. People are really out here new. People are really out here pretending. Hi, Fila. You got a Picasso in your house. The fuck? Daily reminder that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were married on a plantation. And I will never forget, and I will never forgive. Ever. Ever. Hi, Olivia. Another person talking, but have no idea what we're talking about. Right, Tim. Shut up. Right, exactly. Let's block Salma Hayek and see if she goes broke tomorrow. Exactly. Like, that shit doesn't mean anything. That shit doesn't mean anything. The starving artist rhetoric was made in order to justify not paying actual non-rich people for their art. LOL, don't follow them on Instagram as if that's going to make them and their money disappear. Right, Lutho? Salma Hayek really played into the immigrant role too. Like, she's not rich. 9 out of 10 times, the way that foreign creatives even blow up in America is because their parents are rich oil company owners, executives, or politicians. When I found out Chloe Zhao's father was like a billionaire industrialist, I just thought, like, man, this dude has probably like ruined the planet. And you got the nerve to be making movies about unhoused people. Like, you should actually be ashamed of yourself. You should actually be ashamed of yourself. Starving artists is like broke college students is trendy for rich people. Wait. I read you're not royalty, but you have royalty money. Right. Like, the fuck? I read an article recently about Jane Austen. I guess a museum of her old house that gives tours is going to incorporate her family's ties with the slave trade, and the whites are upset. People don't literally bow to me, so I'm not rich. Right! That's basically what Benedict Cumberbatch said. I fantasize about Seren yelling in these people's faces. Seriously. Let's see how talented you are. Give away all your money and see if you can make it, baby. Exactly, Nova. I've been noticing a lot of celebrities talk about them being poor, but then you look them up and their parents were doctors and engineers. Poor where? Kai said, I'm loving this rant. Oh, and there's Black Tea. Thank you. Yeah, Tom Hardy. You said Ed Hardy. Brooke. Freudian slip. Ed Hardy. These people come from filthy wealth. At least Tom Hardy is honest. He smoked crack for fun. Rich people always smoking crack for fun, seeking a thrill. Hi, Vermilion Dynamo. Vermilion Dynamo said, yes, we're hating the rich tonight. Hi, the boy in blue. Let's not forget the Black Culture Vulture K family who already had money. Oh, yeah, from their father, Robert Kardashian, the original Robert Kardashian, high-powered lawyer to the stars who defended OJ. Racist ass. Eat the fuck Salma Hayek, racist ass bitch. Eat the rich. Right, what about the Tigers? Hi, Phoebes. Yeah, I'm reading up on what Salma said to DJ Paul. I'm fucking disgusted. Fuck her. Like, again, especially considering, like, you grew up in a rich oil family and you're literally married to a fucking white French billionaire that owns every single European luxury brand, but you want to lecture Black people about wearing jewelry? Bitch, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Salma Hayek will walk out the house and fucking head to toe Dior. Where do you think that Dior shit came from, bitch? But you want to lecture people about their fucking jewelry? Your fucking husband also has a baby by Linda Evangelista, and the two of you were fighting over this rich motherfucker. But you want to lecture people about jewelry? Your husband... This nigga put like $1 billion in a fucking trust fund for her daughter. And fucking Linda Evangelista came out the woodworks talking about, oh, this motherfucker needs to put some money in a trust fund for my son. And the two of them started fighting. The girls were fighting. Because y'all know I know all the motherfucking model gossip because I like models. That's how I even knew her husband was. Because her husband's first kid is with Linda Evangelista. Fools Rush In is my movie too. Cute little rom-com. Salma is lucky I fucks with From Dusk Till Dawn heavy because fuck her. Hi, Sincere. Hi, Fam Samity Sam. Hi, Zafuri. It's bad enough that they hide it, but after they're confronted, they will bold-faced lie. What is the point of lying when the internet is a thing? Yes, the Rooneys own the Steelers and the Maras own the Giants, and they merged the wealth. Very medieval. They're the only family-owned NFL teams. Yes, like they're OG teams, and they kept the teams within the family. So for all these years, they've just been accumulating more money and more money and more money. But fucking, you could queue up an interview right now of Kate and Rooney Mara talking about how they went to acting school and they study so hard at their craft. You bitches went to acting school because you were bored. Like, and you obviously didn't want to get involved with football. East Coast money is old money. Wealth hoarders. Yes, they're both in the original 8. Yes. See, now I'm mad. NYU is literally the largest landowner in NYC, and you're telling me they're Tish associated. We need to talk. Google Mara Tish. Super waspy. I'm literally screaming in my room. This is sick. The Rooneys and the Maras probably have slave owning ties as well. They probably do. Hi, keep making. Right. And Kate Mara got the nerve to be in Pose. Bitch, you're taking up space with your rich ass. How are you literally connected to the largest landowner in New York via Tish and all these sports teams, and you think your art matters? We need to talk. They're doing acting for nothing at this point. Yes, Kate Mara from the FX show A Teacher. Yes, Kate Mara was the lead in A Teacher. She played Stan's wife in Pose. She played fake ass Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan. She's a horrible actress, to be honest. She's terrible. She was in that movie Transcendence, I think, with Johnny Depp. She's terrible. And yet her ass keeps getting roles. And for the longest time, I was like, how does Kate Mara keep getting these roles? She cannot act. And then I found out that the bitch came from a billionaire family that owns the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Yonkers Raceway, and that they're also related to the Tish NYU shit. I was like, oh, somebody's buying this bitch roles. Okay. Kate Mara be trying to give a performance. All these people got blood money. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's adopted sister. I did a review on that shit. Now I fucking wish I hadn't even seen the movie, because I put a little money in the rich bitch pockets because I saw the movie before I knew she was rich. Hi, bushy brows. It's the anti-blackness and anti-black American sentiment when motherfuckers can't keep the same energy for the white and non-black wealth hoarders. Why do they act so shocked about the last name thing? White people never think that. White people always be like, maybe we're related. Yeah, bitch, maybe we are related. His family owned my family. It's a wild thing to say. I'm pretty sure her name is Stacy. Stacy Cumberbatch. You could look her up. That's what she said. What a twitch. What a twist. Rich non-black Americans hide their wealth so nonchalantly. I worked a low-income job with my white homegirl. Thought we were both struggling until I saw one of her parents' houses. That is awesome that she said that, because it makes people uncomfortable. I'm glad the truth came out. Yeah, I'm glad it did too. So I was making my last hour of work fly by. I'm just like catching the chat now, and then I'm going to go, because I know it's real late. Hi, Kakashi Cowboy. That Jenny girl from Blackpink's dad is a millionaire executive. They walk around trying to low-key blend in. And then a lot of them participate in these really sick art films about poor people. Exactly. Nomadland. Ariana Grande grew up a millionaire too. And to think how many Cumberbatches are walking around in England. Why do y'all think everybody's last name is Johnson? It's slavery. I want to change the narrative to lies. Give your distant cousin some money. I don't give a fuck about your movie roles. Ariana Grande's mom owns some huge company and is worth millions of dollars. Whoops. Benedict Cumberbatch was not trying to apologize playing a slave master. He was just trying to relive his family's glory days that he used to hear about as a child growing up. He referred to black people as colored people during his speech in that award show. Millions of dollars is like pocket change to them. Bruh, he literally doesn't know how not to be a slave owner. That's wild. No such thing as a nice slave owner. He did say that. He did say that. I think I said it on the last live, but one of my math teachers in middle school is Trinity, and his last name is Cumberbatch. All of those people were owned by Benedict Cumberbatch's family. Basically, any black Cumberbatch that you meet was owned by Benedict Cumberbatch's family. So think about that shit when y'all are watching Doctor Strange. If you've ever met a black person with the last name Cumberbatch, think about that shit. It's not Nazi money, it's if slave money is a better alternative. Johnny Manziel comes from an oil family too. Hi, Line 10 Minute. We're just talking about these rich motherfuckers. Seren out here reading auras and shit. Oh, maybe that is what it is. I've never thought about it that way, actually, the boy in blue, before you just said that. Seren got the shine. I knew you would catch that reference, Nova. You got a Picasso in your house. Benedict Cumberbatch is like the portrait of inbreeding. Yes, that's why he looks like that. Because you know he's inbred as fuck. Which actress is a furry? Oh, Brooke, you really want to be ghetto. That's really how these rich people are. Anderson Cooper's family owns slaves too. Yes, I heard about that too, Bushy Brows. He's a Steinem, isn't he? Isn't he? Or no. What is his mother's name? Gloria. Oh, no. He's a Vanderbilt. His mother is Gloria Vanderbilt, which people don't know. Anderson Cooper's mom is Gloria Vanderbilt. Fucking rich bitch. But now this motherfucker want to tell me about the news. Don't tell me about no fucking news. I'm introducing you to my possible future partners, Seren. So I know whether or not to waste my time. I'm going to just look at them and be like, nah, send me the pic so I can look at their face. They all do that shit. I was not prepared to learn some of this shit today. Tim is over there like, what is going on? Most of these Afrobeat artists are also billionaire kids. They're just black. Cumberwhack isn't even a good Doctor Strange recast. They have to create problems. They have nothing better to do. Salma Hayek's family had pet tigers like Bond villains. Lecture your daddy, not me. How can you even know peace knowing your ancestors owned someone? Because you tell yourself, it's not like they were Nazis, Jules. That's literally what Benedict fucking said. It's not like it's Nazi money. It's just a little slave money. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not that serious. I saw someone mention Ariana Grande. Her mom owns a company that makes gear for the military. I didn't know that. Oh, so she's a rich imperialist. Wow. I just watched Scott Pilgrim yesterday. Wow. So Ariana Grande's mother supplies. So Ariana Grande's mother is the reason why we're getting our asses kicked by the military and the police right now, is what you're saying. Okay. I see. Kate Mara is on Pose and American Horror Story. She doesn't care. You will watch her try to perform. Wow. Her family definitely bribes the casting agents, studios, and directors. Salma Hayek's husband's family founded the Kering Group, which is basically Gucci, Saint Laurent, Bottega Veneta, I can't pronounce that, Veneta, Balenciaga, Alexander McQueen, Saint Laurent. Yeah, that's why I said Salma Hayek's husband's family basically owns like the majority of the luxury brands. Like they founded the majority of the luxury brands. So like the nerve of this bitch. The nerve of this bitch trying to fucking lecture some niggas about some jewelry they got on. Bitch, your fucking husband's family founded Gucci. What are you talking about? I had the same reaction to Kate Mara. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how she was getting work. And then I found out who her family was. Tim, I reviewed that Fantastic Four movie on the channel. I reviewed it when it came out. It came out in like 2015 or 16. Wow. Oh, you're a Black Cumberbatch, Miss Zola? You need to get your money from Benedict ASAP. You need to contact his agent. Like, bitch, I need a check. Benedict Cumberbatch grew up with serfs too. Yes, auras are visible in the light spectrum. People who are gifted with clairvoyance especially can see auras. Tim said the same thing. Sue him for reparations. For real, he is for sure inbred. The only Doctor Strange I'll acknowledge is the animated version. Cucumber Batch. Cucumber Batch. That's pretty funny. Don't tell us about no news, dog. I too would like to send my potential partners your way, Soren. Cucumber Batch. Yep. Any white person with the last name starting with Vander, we know your family owned a plantation. Yeah. Anderson Cooper is a Vanderbilt. His mother's Gloria Vanderbilt, which he doesn't like to talk about, and a lot of people don't know. I didn't know that either. Elon Musk's dad owned an emerald mine in apartheid South Africa, but he gets mad as fuck when you say he's not self-made. Gear for the military. Ariana Grande is a warmonger. Gear for the military. That's money. Right, exactly, Brooke. It's not like I whipped them myself. My grandfather did. Wow. Her mom is Tony Stark. Ariana's mom is Tony Stark. Sad part is these celebrities are always the ones talking about hard work and perseverance. What's going on with Benedict Cumberbatch? He owns sleeves. More or less. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, Grandy. Sorry. I am in Lesbians with the Scott Pilgrim movie. Lesbians. I like Rooney's acting until I found out about her family. She plays like she's a refined actor when she's really just a trust fund kid. Yeah, and that's my problem too, Liz. These bitches love to talk about how they went to acting school and they studied so hard at their craft. No, bitch, you're leaving out the part where your family has old East Coast money that could afford to send you to acting school for 10 years, ho. Don't leave that part out when you're telling the story about how you worked so hard to become a refined actor and went to acting school. Don't leave out the part where your family owns the Steelers and the Giants and that's how you paid for that shit, bitch. Because I think Rooney can act too. Like, she does have a lot of talent, but she leaves out how she could afford it. This is another reason why they don't want it to be known. People will start researching for reparations. Queen Benedict fucking said that shit too out of his mouth. He said when he started acting, his mother told him not to act under his real name, Benedict Cumberbatch. He said out his own mouth in the interview. Y'all have to read this interview because the stuff that he said in the interview was just like, I can't believe you said this out loud. He said his mother told him to change his name and adopt a stage name because if people found out that he was a Cumberbatch, they were going to start trying to get money from him him, and they were going to come after him for reparations. And he said, no, I don't think they'll do that. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's Nazi money. That's the context of the Nazi money statement. He was literally told by his mother to hide it. They literally hide it. They're told by their parents and family members to fucking hide it. We need a comprehensive thread of every person who grew up rich, like that non-Black owned business thread. Elon Musk's dad has an emerald mine. But fucking Salma Hayek wants to walk up to fucking Black American rappers and talk about the fucking diamonds and the jewelry they have on. While Elon Musk's father owned an actual emerald mine in apartheid South Africa. It smells like anti-Blackness in here. Cumber Crotch just be running his mouth. These rich assholes becoming actors and artists remind me of assholes who just did it because they were bored. Fuck all of them. Ben Affleck, too. His family was slavers. Benedict is a whole idiot. I know his family can't stand him. Talk too much. Yep. Benedict Affleck does come from slavers because he found out during one of those find your roots type things. And then he tried to say that he didn't want them to show it on TV because he didn't want people to know. You could Google it. Henry Gates. Yeah, that's what I said. It was like one of those find your roots type things. He did the Henry Gates find your roots type thing and found out that he came from slavers. And then he tried to tell them not to air it. He tried to say he didn't want them to air it because he didn't want people to find out because he felt uncomfortable with it. What? And y'all know I don't like no motherfucking Ben Affleck either. And I never liked Ben Affleck either. And I never liked Matt Damon either. And when I found out, I was like, I knew I didn't like your ass for a reason. You're a fucking slaver. Anyways. I'm at the bottom. It's late, so I'm gonna go. This was a rant about these slave ass, rich ass, capitalist ass motherfuckers. So I will put some of these links in the community tab to some of the stuff I was reading so that you guys can look at some of it and you can see for yourselves about some of these rich ass motherfuckers. All right. Bye, guys.